Hello, I'm Mo Newlands and welcome to the How to CEO show. When you decided to become a CEO, the world changed. You can either build $1 billion company or you can crash and burn. But building $1 billion company is really hard. We are here to give you the skills, the knowledge, the advice, and the expertise to build the company of your dreams. So in this show, we're going to be looking at how much do CEOs work? That is a really interesting question. And I would say the answer is every company and every CEO is different. Why is that the case? Well, different people's working styles need different amounts of work. Different companies need different things from different CEOs. And let's face it, different CEOs have different outcomes and expectations from their role as CEO. So let's explore this as a topic. Let's say you have a job and you want to start a business and you're thinking about becoming a CEO and you're thinking to yourself, how much work does that involve? That's a great question. So if you have a full-time job and you're thinking about setting up another business, the answer really is, how much work is that going to be? The answer really is, it depends how much work you put into it and what you expect to get out of that new company. If you're setting up a business on the side of your current job and you're hoping to go full-time, the answer is you probably want to put a lot of work into it because it's going to take a lot of time to get that going. It also depends on what type and nature of the business is. So, for example, if your business is to supply another commodity, for example, let's say toilet rolls. If your business is set up to supply toilet rolls to other companies, then how much work are you going to have to do to make that business into a profitable business so that you can give up your day job and become CEO of this company full-time? Well, what are your contacts like for selling those toilet rolls and how much margin can you make on that? So I've known people who've had full-time jobs and they've found, I'm not saying it's toilet rolls, but other products or services that they can sell to large companies. They're able to get 1 or 2 orders, and those orders they're simply buying and selling things. Those orders are big enough for them to quit their day job and do something else. They set up their new company on their own part-time, actually required very little work, and has been highly profitable for them. On the other hand, I've known people work for years to try and build a side business unsuccessfully, and they've put in hours and hours of effort. I know CEOs of companies who only work a few days a week, and those businesses run very successfully for them. They're very happy with them. They don't want to grow them any more than they are, and they're very profitable. I also know CEOs of companies who work really hard night and day, often too hard night and day, and their businesses are also very successful. So different types of businesses need different types of input, different types of hours of work. And also, let's take the example of the people who I know who have set up businesses that they don't do that many hours and yet they work very hard. Often characteristics of those businesses, they're buying and selling things for high value, and they've got some buyers, a small number of buyers who they're able to sell to. They're often really good at delegating. If you can find someone who can help you to deliver those products or services so that you can delegate those tasks to other people, that can also be really successful and mean that you as a CEO have to do less time and put less energy in. When you're looking at different types of business, you should look at how much work and effort the CEO has to do in order to make it successful. Also, companies where you are able to do really well with few hours, you can decide to take those extra hours and not do work, or you can decide to take those extra hours and do more work to be even more successful. So often, a lot of the times, it depends How hard is a CEO working? Well, there's a few things that often depend on it. One, do they need to work that hard or harder in order to make ends meet? Number one. In literally to be able to pay themselves, pay their team. Two is often what stage they want the company to be in. Once they've got to, hey, this company is profitable and it's doing well, how much do they want to grow it and how hungry are they in order to make more money? But as with all things in life, a lot of things in life, it's often a lot of it can be down to luck, it can be down to timing, it can be down to who you know. If you have luck, timing, and great contacts, it's often a lot easier to get a business going than if you don't. And so a lot of CEOs who work really hard, who work all hours and don't make much money. There are also some CEOs who don't work that hard, don't work that many hours, and make a great deal of money. And one of the things when thinking about being a CEO is to look at businesses which are profitable and which are successful, and to really choose the right sector to get into where you can be successful within the resources you have and without having to work 24/7. At the end of the day, some people love that, but for most people, that is not how they want to spend their entire lives. I'm Mo Newlands. Thank you for being part of the How to CEO show, and I'll see you next time.